Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is November the 11th, 2021. We're going to talk about Litecoin today and give you a urgent price prediction update into the market in Litecoin. You guys can see it. Man, powerful move in price for Litecoin recently. I mean, the market has shot up like a rocket over the last couple of days. Can it be sustained? I mean, that is always the question that people come and ask after the market moves higher substantially. Well, welcome to HueFin. We're also known as HueFin News. We're going to give you all the price prediction. We're going to show you where we're looking for price to go without the confusion. So you don't have to worry about us speaking in technical jargon, technical analysis. We don't use technical indicators. We don't even look at articles to try to figure out, okay, why is price going up? Because there's only a couple of reasons as to why price moves. And it's because people are buying and selling. That's the only thing that can move price. Only thing. So let's talk about that. Now, before I tell you where I'm looking for the market in Litecoin to go next, I want you all to see from our last price prediction. Not only am I going to show you the prediction that go right, I'm going to show you the prediction that go wrong, because we all can learn from it. And we can see, okay, cool. Yeah, we didn't get our price prediction right on our last video in Litecoin. So how can we learn? What changed? What happened into the market that would have told us, okay, yeah, I know you may be looking for the price to go down, but this is the reason why it's not. And there's actually things on this price chart right now that would show us that. So check this out. October the 13th was the last time we did our video in Litecoin. Let me zoom in and show you what our expectations were, because automatically from our last video here, we was looking at this area in Litecoin as being restriction, right? As like a bottleneck, $190 as a restriction point. Now the market in Litecoin didn't drop at all. So as we've seen the price move from our price prediction right here on October the 13th, automatically we should have perked up and said, okay, we was looking for the market to get rejected on that horizontal line, but it didn't do it. I wonder why. Because the market was buying. That's simple. As you're trading at a restriction point and market doesn't fall, that tells you that people are buying that stock or commodity or cryptocurrency. It's simple. So automatically from us doing our video on October the 13th, we should have said, okay, we might got this one wrong, because the market is telling us that instead of it falling in price, it's going up. And then this is the ultimate deciding factor right here. When you look at Litecoin, what happened on October the 27th versus what happened on October the 28th, right? There was a very big spread on October the 27th. Would you agree? It stands out from what the price movement has done in Litecoin. A lot of these daily time frames in Litecoin, you guys can see these have been very small spreads. Well, on October the 27th, there's a very wide spread, which is conducive of the market trying to fall, right? The market is trying to fall right there on October the 27th. But then take a look at October 28th. Instead of the market continuing to follow through with that drop, it went up. And then again, 29th of October, price still went up. So this was a false move right here on October the 27th. It was a false move. It tried to break people into thinking that the market was going to drop. But instead of it dropping, it went up instead. This was the buy right here. This was the opportunity for us to say, yeah, we didn't get this right. We need to cut it right now and take the opposite end of the trade. Now for us to cut it right here on October the 28th would have been around what? On the close, 12.5%. So you would have lost 12.5%, right? Versus us getting out the market now, which is around 58.38. This is how I'm telling you that you can read the market price and cut those losses, minimize those losses without even using stop losses. And then you could have took the other side of the trade. Check this out. So being down 12.5% right here and say, okay, cool, market's not going to go down in Litecoin. And let's say you took the buy side, then you'll still be up 40%. So you would have lost 12.5%, but you would have gained 40.47% on this recent movement in Litecoin. This is how you're able to offset these trades, these predictions, without the confusion. As you guys can see, I didn't talk about RSIs, I didn't talk about MACDs, I didn't talk about exponential moving averages, none of that, because the market doesn't move on those indicators. It moves on what people do with their money, how they trade, where are they buying, where are they selling. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters in the markets. outside of what the mantra is in the investment community. It only matters about what people are willing to buy and sell. So now it brings me to this point then. All right. We got to talk about what's going to happen next in Litecoin. Okay. So first things first, question, are we in an uptrend? Yes, we are. No doubts about it. And we're going to continue to follow that. The market is telling us what it wants to do, and we're not the ones to get in the way. If it wants to go up, we're going to make sure we follow it because we are going up in Litecoin. Very, very good to see that, right? So as long as price trades above this ascending line, yeah, we're going to go up in price. But it doesn't mean that the price can fall from $267 all the way back down to this ascending line. We can still see that. And many people are going to do videos as to why did Litecoin crash 20%, 25%, right? They're going to scare you. They're going to fear you. They're going to clickbait you all into thinking that they understand why the market went down 23%. When all in all, there's nothing to worry about. The market is still following this ascending line. That's the only thing that matters. So when you're trying to time the market, you ask yourself the question, would you want to enter the market right now at $267, or would you rather enter it when it comes down lower towards this ascending line? Right? It's simple. You want to buy closer to that ascending line. Now, if you've been a subscriber of this channel for a long time, you guys can already tell. First thing I tell you all to do when you look at a price chart is look at the volume. Look at who came in and participated into the market in these cryptocurrencies. Somebody came in and played yesterday in Litecoin massively. Look at all that volume, right? Whole lot of volume came into the market in Litecoin right there. Now, currently, the price is still able to go up. So it seems as if whoever came into the market in Litecoin yesterday still have more bags to offload and sell in the market. So what happens the next 2 days, which is inclusive of today, will be a massive determinant as to how high the price is going to go in Litecoin in the future. So for instance, you guys can remember when I told you earlier that price wasn't falling. Well, if the price doesn't fall in Litecoin while we see it trade above 250, then guess what? Yes, we're still going to go a lot higher in price if we don't fall below 250. I'm telling you this right now on November the 11th. So let's see, because this is where the price in Litecoin is able to hold some support. We're going to have to identify that area, and it's kind of around here around 238, 240, right? You guys can see that this area literally was impending restriction in Litecoin back in February 2018. So we broke through that. So now $240 needs to be our support price outside of us keeping in line with this trend. Okay. So even under any bouts of selling, price cannot break 240. Price cannot break this ascending line. That's it. Because if we do, then we know that we are entering a massive bearish market. Okay. So right now, I mean, would you look to come into the market in Litecoin right now, $268, or would you wait until price come down to 240, 220, 200, 240, 220, 200, $20 increments? So you guys can see right here from an hourly chart. Look at this. The market is already telling us where it's willing to grab support right there, 255. So if you're trying to scout the market, if you're trying to play this on the hourly time frame, you can base off the knowledge that we know. The market is already confirming a 255 support. You saw all this volume that came into the market in Litecoin right there around 255. That means that that's where the buyers came in at. Now, as we see the price go up, the volume is dwindling, it's drying up. So we're not necessarily seeing that interest and demand in Litecoin coming through right now. So we're going to continue to see this price fall, right? Come down, especially if this volume continues to dry up. So first, I can see price coming back down to like 255, 250, and then try to get some support and try to go up from there. I can see that. So it's around 4.64% at 255, down to 250, like 6.38%, right? So let me hit this back over to the daily time frame. Okay. Because what I'm seeing into the market is seemingly is tricking a lot of people into thinking that Litecoin is still going to go up because of this excitement that started on November the 8th and bled into November the 9th, right? The market is definitely trying to persuade people that we're going to continually go up. And that's not the case to say that we're not long term, but trying to gauge to where we're going to go in the short term, we have to play that, right? So I'm going to play the weakness into the market in Litecoin, but I am seeing $255 as the first pin that we can see the market proper price, meaning we need to take the bag there. So let the market come down, right? If it holds 250 as support and 255 as support and goes up, we need to cut it there. And that will give us 4.64%. Then I'm seeing around that 250, 6.25. We can see price go there. That's the second location. Third is 240, right? $240. That's where we're going to go. So I'm looking for the market to be in Litecoin. That's right now. Okay. That's right now. For anyone to tell you that price never comes down, it's a disservice. You need to be prepared for price to drop too. And that's what we're predicting on this video. We're looking for the market price in Litecoin to go down just a little bit. Okay. We're not saying that it's going to crash. We're not saying that it's going to plummet, but we identify some areas that we're looking for the market to prop up. Right. So let me give you the price targets again that I'm looking for price to go. First is 255. Second is 250. Third is 240. And then I'm going to bring it down there to $220. Okay. And that will bring us closer to this overall ascending line into the market in Litecoin. So now I want to know, let me know, what is your price prediction to the market in Litecoin? Yeah, we're playing the weakness here in this space, but it's not extreme weakness. We're not looking for the market in Litecoin to completely crash, but we're going to play the weakness until we see it either break 300 to the upside, right? Or we come down and hit our price targets. Okay. So that's it right there. Now it's your turn. Drop me your price prediction before you go in the comment section and let me know what do y'all think the market is headed in Litecoin. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.